following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, and Shannon Gross.
Hello, everybody. Try to do my best Shannon Gross impression.
That doesn't sound
there.
like Shannon.
I know, because I'm Taylor Stern, and I'm with Kurt Daniels, of course, Nate Newton, and it's Hanging with the Boys. Can you do a Tay What impression with Hanging with the Boys?
Yeah. Hey, man, do you got my hit where I did the Tay What thing, Mr.
Tay what?
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, Hanging with the Boys.
Oh, there you go.
Is that it?
Where is Taylor going?
Bring in the energy
going
this
with
month.
All right.
Where you going with this, Tay?
I'm trying.
Do it
Yeah,
again,
you
Tay.
do it
I'm
great.
trying to be my best Shannon.
Do it again,
Okay.
Tay.
Ready?
All right.
Hanging with the Boys.
Okay, all right.
You're getting there.
Okay. You
You're
getting
there.
there. You
You
getting
got to
there.
do a lot of yelling if you're taking
Wow.
place, Shannon.
Yeah. Shannon's not here, but I'm sure he would be just as excited as everyone is that D-Law is locked and loaded. The tank is gearing up now for 5 years. He's actually going to be making the same salary as Kurt Daniels over here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, $105 million
Yeah.
over the next
Wow.
5 years.
Yeah, you think I'd be sitting here with you guys? I had $105 million in the bank.
You probably
Oh,
would, man. 'cause
wow.
you're
I thought this was a
dedicated.
passion project
Yeah,
of
that's what I'm
his.
saying. You dedicated, man.
Yeah, I'd be bored sitting at home, so I'd miss
$65
you too
million
much.
guaranteed.
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 Were you surprised it happened this quick?
Yeah. I thought because of Jerry not having a first round pick, my thought was that he's so good with media and keeping the attention on the Cowboys that Thursday would have been like, done deal. No one cares about the first round. Everyone cares about
Hey,
Dion.
Taylor, move to your left a little bit so we can see you from this camera angle.
Thank you for thinking that people want to see me.
There you go.
I tell you like this here. I told a couple of people, I'm like, man, I hope this don't go to training camp. I really don't. And but that's just the media.
That kind of seemed like it was headed, though. wasn't
Yeah, the outside sources had everybody thinking this would go a while. And I'm with you, Miss Tay. I'm like, surely before the draft,
Yeah.
or the week of the draft. I don't think that. I think they got a mandate saying no big deals
Yeah.
the day of the draft. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to hear about you signing
Yeah,
somebody.
that's right. They might have send something out
Yeah.
like, hey, y'all chill on the other things. Keep it on the draft.
Yeah, keep it on the draft. So, man, what this means to me is simply this here, Miss Tay and Kurt, is with him signing, Quinn signing, you got two studs.
Dang.
Yeah.
Now, the Christian Covingtons, the Daniel Rosses,
Log.
the human log. Now these guys become different players because now they get solo blocks. These guys, pass rushers. You know, I got a few giggles earlier when I say now if Taco Charlton mature into the player that he needs to be,
Yeah.
now you can put him down at a 3 technique. You know what I'm saying?
You said that, and then we got a couple tweets after the show of fans that are super tuned in, and they sent you and I a couple clips of him working out with the human log, him working out with Malik Collins. So he's in there. He's in the lab.
Yeah.
He's trying.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
But, Kurt, you made a good point.
What?
That's
Did you just see that?
You said the exact
repeat
same
that?
thing.
Can you repeat what you said? He's in the lab.
He's working.
He's working. And what did you say,
I said,
Kurt?
let's hope so. We all want him to improve. I just said the same thing you said, pretty much.
It just had that Kurt swag on it. That Kurt swag.
Wow. Good seeing you on, Miss Tay. I'm sorry.
Well, back to D-Law.
Right.
Kurt brought up a good point that he's now the third highest paid edge rusher.
Third highest.
Do
Yes.
you think that sits well with him? I mean, or do you think he cares? I know those guys are always trying to set the market and be the top guy, and where D-Law falls, I mean, it's,
he's behind Khalil Mack and Von Miller, and I think that's pretty good company to be in. So
Yeah.
I don't think he can.
A little bit ahead of Vaughn, right?
Well, what I saw, he's right behind. He's the third behind Khalil Mack and Von Miller. And I think if you're going to be behind two guys, those are the two guys you're going to be
yeah,
behind.
Von Miller won a Super Bowl, so kind of
I'm
makes
gonna
sense
tell you,
there.
and I'm with you, but I'm telling you right here. big dollars has been made, baby. That's all I care about. Big dollars have been. And Miss Tay, he is a guy, and I think we all agree that if he didn't like it, he wouldn't have signed.
You're right.
I think his guaranteed money's more, so he's got to be happy with
his
that.
raw.
Yeah.
And, Miss Tay, I did not understand, and I was listening to some guys, some capologists, where all guarantees are not guarantees, and he has the best. His $65 million is more guaranteed than the next man's 65. I don't understand how that goes.
Yeah, I don't either.
But you know what I'm saying?
It's something like
they say it's a great contract that he signed.
Yeah. No, it is. And now he has plenty of time for the surgery.
Yes,
and I
ma'am.
think that was what was kind of pushing it closer. I mean, you brought it up, the timing.
Yeah.
He had to have enough time so that he could be ready to go full blast this season and show him why he did
the
that.
word is Wednesday he's going to have the surgery. So I
Really?
think it's a 3-month recovery, so he should be back. He'll probably, I don't know how much action he'll get in training camp, but he should be ready to go once the season starts.
What kind of, I know it's shoulder, but
Torn labrum, and I
So
don't know.
where's that in the back?
I think it's back.
Where's
shoulder,
that at, Doug? The labrum.
yeah, do that doctorate.
It's underneath the something or other.
Thank you,
right, let me look this
Dr.
up.
Barraclough. Everyone go see him for
Doug,
the
come
checkups.
on, man. I thought you. Oh, man.
Never took an anatomy class.
All right,
If
okay.
anyone knew where the labrum was, especially a swimmer like you, Douglas, I
Thank
thought
you.
you would know.
I don't
You
know
know
if
where
I
it's
ever
at,
had to
Miss
use
Tate?
the
It appears
labrum.
it's around the joint.
Really?
Thank you, Dr. Daniels.
Hey, look, 80% of the shoulder is a
socket.
joint.
It's around the shoulder socket, apparently.
Oh, wow.
If someone told me I had a bad labrum, I do think I would be concerned.
Yeah, you should
Yes.
be. And the good thing about Tank, though, is when he had his back surgery.
Yes, ma'am.
He had his back surgery in the offseason 2 years ago, and then he came back and had his first Pro Bowl season. So
Right.
there should be some success.
Yeah, I mean, he
good?
played
You
with
good,
it.
brother?
Is school in?
I don't know. A lot of kids out there, isn't there?
Wow, that's
Spring
a shame,
break,
man.
spring break time.
Everybody always try to say they homeschool their kids. But they got a bunch of kids walking
Pretty good.
behind us, man.
Pretty good lesson then, isn't
That's
it?
a shame, man. The kid. But that's what you got to love about the Cowboys. Forget education. Just be a Cowboy
It's about
fan.
football first. Football
Yeah,
first.
hold on a minute. Y'all keep talking.
Oh, man.
Nate's
Nate's
gonna
going to
check out the
go
scene.
just scold these parents. Which no right to do.
Come here a minute.
Catch the ball.
Oh, he's bringing them in
here
here.
we go. Watch
Just
out.
want to talk about D-Law's contract, what it means, how he's going to get along with Quinn. Oh, he's bringing them in.
Here they are.
All right, well, we'll get these guys here. What school do you go to? Here, you can put it on the headset.
Here's the headset.
Nate has brought 3 children in here.
Sit down. Here. What's your name?
Adrian.
All
All right.
Put your headphone on. Talk.
You come around here, big man.
Come around there. Yeah, go around there.
Man, this is hanging with the boys, young or
literally,
old.
Literally the
Now,
boys
I
here.
have one question. Do y'all attend school anywhere?
My brother goes to store.
Your brother go to school? Where you go to school at? You don't know?
No.
Okay, all right.
Do you go to school?
No. I go to
Well-
daycare them.
Daycare.
What's your name? What's your name? Okay, where you go to school at? Why are y'all not in school today?
We have spring break.
Y'all have
break.
We told you,
Late.
Nate.
A late spring break.
Do you have
So
spring
y'all
break,
must be from
Adrian?
a different state. Yeah, what state are y'all from?
California.
Oh, California always mess up. Move to Texas.
California and Roseville.
You from where?
From California and Roseville.
What did he say?
He's from California and Roseville.
In Roseville.
Roseville.
Well, you got some good hair on your head.
Okay, well, tell us, older brother, are you happy with the D-Law signing? You happy that D-Law's back here?
You know,
Do you
you know
care about
DeMarcus
DeMarcus
Lawrence?
Lawrence?
Yes.
you
Say
know
yes.
DeMarcus Lawrence?
Yes.
What do you
happy
think?
he signed?
You think the
happy he
Cowboys
signed?
are going to be good next year now that D-Law's back?
Heck yeah, they are.
Yeah, that's what we're teaching them today.
Hey, what you know about
Okay, well, since y'all are not from Texas, we're going to excuse y'all to be out of school, all right?
You need a note or
But if
anything?
I had on my belt, which I don't today, is a big old fat belt.
Oh, man,
I would
Nate.
have had to do something to y'all.
Nate!
Is it all right if I spank you?
Nate!
No.
I have a corner.
You have a call? Okay, all right.
All right.
Well, say bye-bye to everybody.
Bye-bye.
Okay, all right.
Man.
All right.
Nate, we've got Dr. Daniels
Thanks
and
for coming on
Dr.
the show,
Barraclough, and then we have Professor Newton just educating
Yes.
everyone out here. Oh, man.
Hey, y'all need to move to Texas where y'all can get on the regular school schedule. Thank y'all. All right.
Only
Okay.
happens with Nate Newton
It does. All right.
All right.
here. They weren't as pumped as I think some Cowboys fans were about Tank.
They're
Sorry,
still, they're
Miss
still
Tate.
learning.
No, I'm
Continue
glad.
on.
I'm glad we're raising the youth of America in
Yeah,
here.
they got to get
Get
on
'em right.
Texas time.
Yeah, Texas time.
Yeah, they gotta
You're
get
the
it.
one who's driving around the country, though, when we're doing this.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
But you've been a big part of this show the last two shows.
Well, Shannon has been really great to let me hang.
Yeah.
We missed Shannon today because I'd be curious what Shannon thinks about D-Law. Did y'all miss Shannon?
Hey, make sure you get that last drop where she says.
I do. He's good on
Get those
this
last
show.
few-
You believe her?
She's like, you Shannon has been nice.
He's like the mediator
let her
between you
hang.
two.
If Shannon was here, you know we would have problems with that, right?
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was nice.
Tell me about how scary Quinn and D-Law are going to be.
Ma'am, let me tell you something.
Nightmarish?
This kid, Quinn, for some reason, has always been the odd man out.
Yeah.
You know, because when he was with the Rams, it was him and Brock
Yeah.
and Dom. And is something not pronounce his name right? Dom.
No, you did good. Yeah.
And for some reason, we can't pay you or we can't finish paying you. He went to Miami, and I think Miami's changing schemes. If I'm correct,
Yeah,
they're
they
changing
are.
schemes. Defense.
New coach.
Now we get him at a good price. We get not only him, we get Cobbs too, but we get him at a good price. This kid is gonna be chomping at the bit to show people he has it. You got D-Law over here, him over here, and people say, well, you still need other players. I agree. You still need, but when you have two guys that you know can give you 45 strong, dominant plays,
Yeah.
where they can at any moment affect the game, that makes everybody around you that you may call, and I never like to disrespect other players, you know, hey, guys. You know,
Yeah.
you have guys we say, hey, he's just a guy. Well, now these just the guys get one-on-one attention.
Yeah.
You can't just roll this thing towards D-Law no more. You're going to have to pay attention to Quinn. And when you got to pay attention to Quinn, now guess who come back into effect? You have Malik Collins coming back into effect.
Yeah.
You have Tyrone Crawford going to another level now because he does not have to play 100 snaps a game.
Yeah.
So you got, just think, you got D-Law, you got Malik Collins, you got Tyrone Crawford, and you got my man Quinn. That's third and long. That's any passing situation.
Is that Hot Boys?
That's hot.
That's
that's hot boy. That's hot boy. Another
That
level.
is like on
Yeah,
fire.
that's boiling hot boy.
If you look at
I'm telling you.
the year Quinn was a Pro Bowler, an All Pro, was 2013, and the Rams had Chris Long at defensive end, Kendall Langford at a tackle, and Michael Brockers at a tackle, and they were 13th in the league in points. And you got to think the Cowboys are they're better than that, right?
Yeah,
I mean, their front line's gonna be better, which is only going to help Quinn, even though
That's
he's
right.
older. It's got to be rejuvenating for him.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
You know, like we said last week, for me, that is the biggest find, I think, for us, because we've been third day and fourth day signers of free agents.
Yeah.
You know, we're not going into the market trying to make sure all our money is laid in on free agency. And Randall Cobb and Quinn, for me, over the last 3 years, that is a big find.
Yeah.
And then last year we hit on the human log. You know,
for
we
And
hit
that
on the
was a
human
big
log.
one for
Yeah.
cheap money.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Well, let's take our first break, and then when we come back, let's talk about what this now means for the draft. Because I know we talked about some of
Right.
our big draft needs last week, and I think they kind of stay consistent with D-Law. So when we come back, thank you for just teaching the children. Hopefully you'll go talk to them at break, and we'll be right back.
Kaboo, Texas is 3 days, 6 stages, over 100 artists, including The Killers, Lionel Richie, Leonard Skinner, Ms. Lauryn Hill, Kid Rock, Alanis Morissette, Little Big Town, the Avett Brothers, Counting Crows, Pitbull, Sting, the Black Eyed Peas, and the list goes on. Don't miss Kaboo, Texas. Single day and 3-day passes are on sale now. Visit KAABOOTexas.com to get your passes today.
A man's Stetson doesn't just protect him from life's elements. It projects an unstoppable and legendary spirit, just like the men wearing silver and navy on the field every Sunday. Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. They are still the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Find Stetson hats in the Pro Shop or at Stetson.com today.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with sideline access and photo ops with current players, alumni, and cheerleaders. That's not all, though. You'll get to talk X's and O's with Senior Director of Player Personnel Will McClay, and of course with yours truly, me, Brian Broaddus. You can trust the official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, and with us, you'll travel like a pro. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
While a player can look good on paper, it's when he's out on the field that you really find out what he's made of. That's why the Cowboys rely on more than just stats and scouting reports when building their team. When picking a tractor, it's why you should rely on more than just specs and features. You've got to take it out and put it to the test. The Cowboys did when they named John Deere their official tractor. Experience one for yourself. Visit myjohndeeredealer.com/football.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
We're back. How would Shannon do it coming
close.
in?
You're getting close, yeah.
I'm trying. I'm going to have to just watch some of his old shows, do some training, knowledge.
I don't know. It's. I don't think anybody can match up to Shannon.
No one can.
Big shoes to fill there.
No one can. Last week.
Now just go off the hoof and you'll be all right. Just go wherever you want to go. And you
just go completely rogue.
Yeah, go wherever you want to go. But something on your mind.
Let the wind just blow us where we want to be.
That's right. You got your boss,
Shannon Gross.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, we're here today. Nate, Kurt,
yes,
and I.
ma'am.
Yep.
And we're talking about what this D-Law signing means. We already got into what it means for him and Robert Quinn. Going to just be nasty on that line. That is the ultimate hot boys. I'm sure that Quinn hasn't had his initiation yet.
Right,
it will be coming. TBD.
Does he still have to earn that, or does he think he gets veteran status? And
I don't know.
Well, he doesn't have a 90 number, does he?
58.
So somebody's got to give.
I think, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, there will be decisions made. I'm sure by training camp they'll come in with all their swag on and, it'll be ridiculous. But last week, Nate, when Shannon asked the question about what we thought was the biggest draft need, I said, I want to see a safety in here. And I was looking at someone like Darnell Savage.
Right,
I thought he'd be a good fit. They brought in a couple safeties. I think that was the biggest position they brought in for the 30 visits, Dave was saying. So what I'm thinking, and you tell me what you think. If their D-line is as strong and powerful as it is supposed to be with these different signings they have done, they've now enhanced the play of everyone around them. So now the pressure really is on the DBs because they're going to be aware of what's going on the D-line, but they're going to try to expose the DBs, the safeties, the cornerbacks. Right. So the pressure's on that if this defense is going to be as good as they can be, the backfield needs to be as strong too.
Right.
So to me, that feels like they're going to make that push now in the draft.
You think they're going safety?
I think they're going safety or cornerback. Right. That's where I'm feeling they'll go because you can get a good one at 58.
They've got a couple of corners coming up next year, I think, contract-wise. It may be something they're looking at.
Because Jones just had surgery, right, on a hip.
Jones has hip surgery.
Clean. Ms. Tay, if they really feel, because I still want that spark plug in the middle, but if they really feel that Malik Collins is going to be his year to stay healthy and to do what he need to do, and Christian Covington be that stopgap guy, and the human law. We got a lot of guys, and this is their year to prove that they more than just guys.
You're right.
Yeah.
But if they are, miss, I'm jumping ship. I'm going straight everything offense.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Where are you looking
Offensive
first?
Yeah, as long as it help that. And I'm being honest. As long as wide receiver, running back, if it's a tight end, I do not. If we really feel that Quinn this year and the signing of D-Law and if our corners, because I like our corners. Me personally, I like our corners.
You're shaking your head. You like them too, Kurt?
Yeah, definitely. You just
And I'm not scared. I'm not scared of our safeties. I'm truly not scared of our safeties. I think that if Quinn and D-Law and Tyrone Crawford and Malik Collins can do what they need to do on pass rush situations and get to that quarterback, I think more plays will be made on the back end. So I base everything off the front. We got 2 linebackers that, bar none, have to take second seat to nobody in this league. We got 2 great linebackers, 2 great young linebackers. So now
that might be a position they might need a little more linebacker.
Man,
Really? What are you thinking?
Man,
well, outside of those 2, what else do you have?
You got
have
Joe
Sean Lee that you don't know how long
what's
he'll
my man,
last.
Joe
Thomas, who was banged up some last year, and he's a good depth guy, but do you need more there?
And at 58, you could get a decent one that wouldn't be too crazy.
And go out and get you something that's going to help Dak.
Well, see that I think they put themselves in a position now where they don't have anything glaring needs. They can truly get the best player available.
Go somebody help Dak.
So if you're talking glaring needs, the one that I see on the offense, I know you were like, whoever helps Dak. That's offensive line to me. You said it right then, and I know you thought just because it's Nate.
No.
Lyle Collins is in his contract year, too.
Yeah, he is. He also in his contract year. But
let me tell you.
If a right or left tackle or guard or center is what's there, it still helps Dak.
Yeah.
It's simple. You're a grown-ass man. That's what it is.
Oh, Lord, Jesus.
Whoa,
What's
it's
that?
a Monday morning, Douglas.
Well, that was Zeke saying Dak.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right, yes, sir.
Thank goodness the children are gone.
What I mean by helping Dak is anything offensively can help Dak, whether it's better protection, whether it's a wide receiver, as long as they come in and play. Now, if you're going to let somebody sit on the bench, then go draft somebody defensively. Because I think defensive guys can play quicker than offensive guys on average.
Yeah.
If you just, let's just go get a guy and maybe we can develop him, and I'm talking about with the second pick, then go back on defense. But if you look at this guy and say, man, we can use him 40% of the time.
Connor Williams.
Go get him. Yeah.
Connor Williams.
Go get him.
What do you think in today's mailbag on DallasCowboys.com, which you should definitely check out? There's a question about now that they've signed Lawrence, and I guess Brian has brought this up, that he likes the thought of moving back a few spots from that second-round pick, actually trading back. I don't like that idea at all.
You know, Rob's a smart guy, and I like Rob as an individual human being.
Brian, it's like I can't hold a candle to Brian. He knows the draft up backwards and forwards. I don't.
Brian wanted to trade Tank, too, though. I love Brian as well.
And Rob kind of agreed with him. I just can't imagine trading back. It reminds me of that 2009 draft.
What will we get?
Well, they're saying it depends. If those guys, if they're even in grades, they just get more picks.
Let me say this. If you telling me that we moving back to get defensive linemen, because this draft, and I ain't done no studying.
Right, that's right.
I couldn't tell you about no defensive lineman, no tight end, and I purposely done that.
Yeah.
Because I know one thing.
Generous.
I know one thing that's abundance. You can get it all the way to the 4th round, and that's defensive linemen.
Yeah.
They are in abundance. It ain't about, but I am smart to know it ain't about 4 or 5 tight ends. It ain't but about 2 or 3 you want to deal with.
Yeah.
That's considered a real tight end. So is tight end something you fondle with? And but you do not. Ain't no safeties after the second round. Ain't no. See now, and I said I hadn't been I have not read about a specific player, but positions I have read in general.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 4 or 5 tight ends, and there's even less at safety. But one thing there's abundance of. Can I use the word plethora?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. I mean,
Education, kids, stay in school.
I ain't never knew how to spell that, but it always sounded nice.
But just in 2009 they did that. They didn't have a first-round pick. They traded back. They wound up with a bunch of picks, but they all stunk.
Who were some of the names?
The top guy was Williams. That got hurt. I think the only guy they had a couple. Let me go back and look.
And
But
they
was
came out
nice.
and admitted they said they were looking for backups.
yeah, they said it was a special teams draft. It was,
What a
and it was maybe the worst draft in
interesting-
Cowboys history. And I
You
just,
can't ever draft for special teams. You always draft for guys that you see it can be a piece of that puzzle.
yeah.
And I hate to say
Jason
this.
Williams, Robert Brewster,
Special
Stephen
team ain't a piece of the
McGee,
puzzle.
Victor Butler, Brandon Williams, D'Angelo Smith, Michael Hamlin, David Bueller, Stephen Hodge, John
And
Phillips.
see, that's what makes me mad.
This
They
is
had
the
12
2009 full draft.
Yeah, they
12
didn't have
picks.
12 picks. They didn't have a starter in the bunch. It was
Oh.
Showed a little bit of promise.
Is that pre-Will McClay days?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you brought up the website today, but Nate,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
know what a value this star guide is that we have right here.
They all do a great
That's
job
a
with the
value, yeah.
magazine.
And now
I look
it's
forward to
on
it every
Cowboys Pro
Wednesday
Shop.
when it
Did it
arrives.
sell out already?
Yeah, right now it's sold out. The print version sold out at the Pro Shop. We are getting more. We will get those going. You also get
So
the
is that
digital
it
version.
right there?
Yeah,
That's
hold
it.
it up.
Okay,
World
well,
to see.
this is mine, so sorry.
Yeah, you can have that. But,
Yeah, I wasn't asking, Kurt. I was not asking. I'm just telling you. Let's
I need Shannon
Give
here
me
to be your
some. Did
radio.
you keeping that one?
Well, I'm keeping this one
Okay.
because
Okay, yeah.
we're talking
She
about
ain't asking either.
what Brian and Rob think. And they're going deep. I'm not going to say who it is
They
because
can
you
be-
guys got to get this draft guide. But they're going defense.
Yes.
Everyone's going defensively heavy.
Yeah. Yeah. they
But
are.
here's Nate to fondle with tight ends. That's what he said. Those were his
Fondle?
exact words.
Fondle with tight-
That
I
was
didn't hear
his
it.
exact
But I did say
phrasing.
that. But I promise you, if we're in the third round and we're looking for tight ends, on general, and I'm not, and Will McClay and Mr. Jones, Stephen, they do a great job. I'm not saying that you don't draft one at the third. If that's on your board, that's on your board. But I know there are about 3 or 4 of them out there that's truly worthy of them first and second round
Right.
picks. Right. So, I don't know what's on their board, but
Broadus talked about also trading up for a safety, so I wouldn't mind them trading up if they see the need there. But I don't want to.
only if we don't have to give up our first round.
I agree. I
Only
agree.
if we got to give up our first round, no sir.
No,
I agree.
no.
All right, well, we got a caller on the line. It's not Shannon, but we miss him. It is Brian in Iowa. Brian, are you there?
Hey, guys.
Hey, how are you?
Ain't y'all got a tight end at y'all school?
He went to the 49ers.
Yeah, there's a couple of named TJ and Noah.
Noah Font, TJ Hawkinson, or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
You like them? You think they'd be a good fit here? Or are you good with Witten?
We lost him.
Brian?
Yeah.
Talk to us, man. What you need, sir?
What's your question?
Hey, first I want to say, Nathan, thank you for everything you did back in the day of playing the game the right way.
Thank you.
And then
The fat
with
way?
the-
Okay.
and then with the defensive side, with Law back in the fold of being signed, and now with Quinn, what do you think of possibly bringing another veteran in just to shore up that line to try and make it more dominant, to make Van and Smith more dominant as what they were last year, of maybe possibly bringing in Sue?
That's a good idea.
No, I think, sir, I don't know if they'll do that, but you have Malik Collins, which he hasn't stayed healthy, and you have Christian Covington, and you have Ross and the log. So I think they're happy. Yeah, I think they're happy, and they may draft a guy, maybe the third or the fourth, but I see them going offense now. Unless Broadus knows something about that safety position that I don't know. You know, so I'm
good question,
another
though.
veteran guy.
It's a good question.
It's a
Thank you,
good
Brad.
question, but another veteran guy, I think it comes a point where you got to have your own.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have your own for the long haul. And that guy, I'm telling you, is Malik Collins. I promise you, they probably saying,
Savage Sev.
yeah, is he gonna make it? Is he gonna give us 15 games? Is he gonna give us 14 games?
Yeah, they need him to, huh?
Yeah.
He's been banged up every year.
Any more
Thanks,
questions, sir?
Well, I'm just thinking that with Quinn and Law, I think it's going to make the safeties even better because it's going to produce a lot of havoc to where the quarterback's going to make mistakes and opposing offensive line is going to be very, very nervous of lining up against those two pass rushers on the edge, and then with Woods and Collins, and then and Crawford, I believe that offensive line is going to be very confused because they don't know who to block because it's going to be hard to double team.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Good stuff. Hey, Brian's doing a better job than Shannon does most time. Just kidding. Just kidding. I love Shannon. Felt like I had to say something there like that.
Yeah, you took a shot at my man.
I did. You know, it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary.
But it had to be said.
Well,
Thank you, sir.
That was good stuff. Well, you
Yeah.
said something when, Brian was thanking you for your time playing, and you said the fat way. And
Yeah,
that's what you said you're looking for
Yeah.
now. That's a missing piece of that
that's
D-line.
Deion Sanders. That's Deion. He always want to put a fat in everything we do. You know,
That reminds me. I wanted to ask you this. I know it's not the same comparison, but they brought in Charles Haley was a difference maker for that defense. Quinn is not at that level, obviously, but do you think he can become that kind of difference maker playing alongside Lawrence?
Man, that's why I'm so
Bomb
excited.
question.
That's why I'm so excited. Is of course he ain't Charles Haley, but what he does now is you ain't turning that protection solely on D-Law. You know, it got to the point where they started running a little bit away from D-Law, even on the run. You can't. Quinn got a little bit more to him, a little bit more savvy, a little bit more know-how. Now, coupled with Tyrone Crawford,
It's crazy.
nah, we should handle up. I'm telling you, 10+ wins. We got Randall Cobb. They say he's a guy that works hard, does what he has to do. We got Quinn, veteran guy. That's the veteran guy that this young man just spoke about. We already got him. We already signed him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got Christian Covington. We re-signed him, or he's a new signing?
He's a new signing.
Yeah, so we got those.
Covington's already on the team.
Yeah,
Christian
Covington.
We need to do something with those two.
And so I tell people, we got our guys, and we hit big on two guys, Randall Cobb. You know, we got offense. We got Randall Cobb. We got Amari. We got Gallup. We got Hearns. Now, you can add some more if you want, but we got 4 guys.
Yep.
We got tight end. We got Jason. You can add another guy, but why? We got Jason. We got a kid we got from Stanford last year.
Schultz.
And, we got our guys.
Blake Jarwin, yeah.
Yeah, we got our guys.
You got Connor Williams, yeah?
Yeah. And so at the offensive line, if Frederick come back and just be 75% of what he was.
You're okay with that?
Oh, yeah, because he's a beast.
Which it sounds like he's working out regular with those guys.
So now at that left guard, we got Connor. We got, what's my man played center last year?
Joe Looney.
Joe Looney.
He's back.
And we got
Jumbo Joe Looney doing some dancing also gets everybody going.
Suafilo.
We got those 3 guys competing at one position.
Yeah.
So nobody can slack.
Yeah.
You slack, you out of there.
You're gone.
Yeah, so we are set. Our left tackle is going to be much better because our center is going to be much better. Our inside is going to be much better. So he's going to sing and dance to the old tunes that he used to. And Collins is like, you know what? I'm that forgotten guy, and I'm finna show the world who I am.
Forgotten guy.
Yeah, so, hey, I'm going to show the world. Man, we ready. And if we not going defense, any position on offense that you get that will help Dak, that second pick has to be a guy that's going to contribute 60%. You accept 40, but you want 60%.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I do think they can go best. You always say take best available, but there's always looking at needs. But I think this year they really can. It's best available because they're pretty set at everything else. So.
And you got Amari Cooper. He's basically your first-round pick.
Nice. I like that.
You like that? Whoa,
I'm just.
Hit your eye like a big pizza pie. It's Amari.
Wow, that is a tender one.
I think we got another caller there.
We do. Perfect timing, Kurt Daniels.
Wow,
we do. We have
right there.
Rob in Connecticut. Rob, what is your question?
I was just having fun listening to Mickey sing that Amari.
Oh, we all
That's
were.
one of the funniest things in the world.
Said only you.
It's definitely me. So I'm a FedEx driver. I listen to you guys every single day.
Thank you.
No problem. Kurt, you looking good. Hair's looking
I
great.
need a haircut now. I think.
Whoa, it is. Look at that on
A little
top,
bit, but
Nate.
it looks gray. It's a little gray, but
It is.
looks good on you.
Hey, let it just grow, man.
Think just go, just-
Yeah, I got to shave since my boy got signed. But anyway, go ahead on, sir.
Anyway, Shannon, where's Shannon? Did he have a late night last night?
Now you got
some
personal problems.
things.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully everything goes good for him.
We're hoping.
Busted his tooth on the toilet.
What is that?
It's the first time calling, so I'm a little nervous.
We got to
doing
get some
good.
first time caller music, Douglas.
Yeah.
Whenever
There
you
you
get a
go.
chance.
Yeah. I need to
Just
find
circus
some.
music.
Yeah.
But this year's draft, I would love a running back. I would love to keep Rod Smith too. But with our first pick in the second round, running back would be great.
Are you
But if we
looking
have
at
a
that
chance to
guy
get a
out
I
of?
like how you said that. Say that again. With our first
Which
pick,
part?
what?
Our first pick.
In
it
the
would
what?
be
In the
great
what?
to get a running back.
We want you
But
to
I
do
also
the
want to
with the
keep Rod
first
Smith
pick.
'cause I like Rod Smith.
With the first pick in the second round.
He wants you to make the pick
still
like
our
you would
first
at the
pick.
podium.
Wow, that's funny. He said that so smooth. You know, he said with
did.
the first pick in the second round, like we really got a first pick. With our second round pick, excuse me, go ahead on, sir.
So, Rob,
All right.
are you thinking this is insurance for Zeke with his contract up in a couple
bit.
years?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Zeke-
trying to be a
Zeke's the
smart
man.
guy.
What's that?
You trying to be a smart guy.
Don't listen to Nate.
No, I am the opposite of a smart guy.
No, you hanging out
I
with
can't
Kurt.
name one running back in the draft.
Did
I am
Kurt
not
tell
a
you to
smart
call
guy.
in with that question?
Oh, no.
You know, Kurt hates Zeke. So.
I don't hate Zeke. I like his thinking though. I like another running back here.
I love Zeke. But if we do the same thing we did to Zeke as what we did to DeMarco, then we're definitely going to need a backup.
So this is a smart guy. He's using history to have knowledge here. So thank you, Rob. I appreciate your question and your call
Thank you,
in. You
Rob.
did a great job.
Thank you, Tay.
I'm here for you. I get what you're saying.
I think this was a setup call, man. I think this was a setup call.
Rob, I will be sending your Venmo
You know
later.
Kurt. I hope he sent you a magazine since you and him hooked up on the same front.
I had nothing to do with this.
All
It's
right.
just
Hey,
smart thinking.
I'm all about the Cowboys. I don't watch college football. Everything I do is just Dallas Cowboys 100%.
Okay, with our third pick, what are you thinking? Offensive, defensively?
Defensive line.
Okay.
One technique or three technique.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
I definitely want to.
Hey, Doug, keep that number.
another log.
Write his number down, Doug, because that's a Kurt call.
Yeah.
That's a Kurt call there.
He'll send him the
First-time
Venmo
caller,
later.
but he's going to be back.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, okay. So Rob brought it up, running back. This name,
Oh, you sit. Look at Nate.
is this the name that you've been thinking of, my Alabama bro, Damien Harris? Or what name were you?
I can't tell you specific picks. I don't get into the draft.
He's a
Well, that's
he's a
the name
good
that's
back.
surfacing right now.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
don't know if
big-
he'll be
He's
around.
a
then, but
solid
that'd be-
back.
Yeah.
He's a very
Is he a
solid
first rounder?
back.
We wouldn't be lucky for it.
I wouldn't know. But what brought his thoughts on him? Have you rapped with brought us
Well,
about
I
it?
just saw that
Yeah.
Dave was talking about him the other day on Twitter.
Right.
And then everyone was like, oh, he'd be the perfect fit here, blah, blah, blah.
Right,
But
right.
I think it was, again, brought up that if he is there at number 58, which they have been lucky to have guys fall to them, Connor Williams is one of them,
Right.
that they would take that option there.
That'd be
And then that'd
interesting
be
if they
kind of your
first pick-
mindset
Wow.
Yeah, it
of
is.
like, hey,
Yeah.
we're good here on defense. Let's go 58 offense.
Would
Yeah.
you do
Is that
that?
40
Would
time?
you do
Do we
that?
know?
First,
I need to
the
look that
only
up.
reason I would like a back for
you take him that high?
but Rod Smith's dad is ensuring us that with the insertion of Coach Moore as offensive coordinator, that his son will be a little bit more explosive.
Well, we got to sign him first.
Huh?
We got to sign him first.
We
He's a
don't
free
need
agent.
to sign Rod back?
He's a free agent right now.
Wow. Hey, Pops, holla at your kid.
Holla.
Holla at your kid.
Holla at your kid.
I know he got to get his money, though.
I wonder, that in our mock draft that David Hellman did, he had Josh
smart.
Jacobs going in the first round.
Who is Josh Jacobs?
He's one of the
Explain to
Alabama.
him.
He's one of the Alabama running backs. He had him going in the first round, but that'd be interesting if there's a good running back there at 58. They would snap him up. I don't know.
All I know,
What
if he ain't going to be on that field at least 40% of the time, don't snap him up. Snap up somebody at least going to give us 40%.
What position could give us 40%, given who's already on the team?
Ooh, let me see.
Say it up. Say it up.
Help me out, Tay. Because at this
'Cause
time,
your line's
at this
set.
time, I don't know.
Your wide receivers
hold
are
on.
set.
You think? Because everybody just.
Run. I mean,
What position? Doug, you in on this too now. Do we have to make a back call to Broadus? What guy can they pick at this time?
he's in Augusta.
A
Give him
safety?
a break.
Oh, man, he's
right.
at the Masters. Boy, I wish I can go to the Masters.
Long weekend.
I mean, your cornerback, you already got pretty good depth. You got, 4 guys there already.
Man, is 40% including special teams?
If he can impact,
So that's where I see a good running back backup.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Rod Smith was able to develop a little bit
Right,
there, and he was a
right.
good weapon. I thought, Tavon Austin, when he was able to play and wasn't injured, he was getting more of his time in
Right,
special
right.
teams. We saw Joe Thomas develop there.
That's what I forgot.
Linebacker.
Tavon.
Yeah, you
Tavon
did. I was
Austin,
about to
yeah.
say it.
Yeah.
Big Tay.
Wow, man. I like this dilemma. Who can we
the
pick?
plethora is so real.
Yes, it is. Who
of the
can we
day.
get
That could actually play this year?
Maybe
and have an impact?
Maybe a
And have-
safety, maybe a linebacker. That would be my
I think
guess.
linebacker is more where you're right.
Because we lost Damien.
Lost Damien. You don't know what Sean Lee's going to be like or how
We
long
don't want
he'll
to put
last.
Sean Lee on top of a tackler. That's not his
So
thing.
you need a strong side guy, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, you just
A
realized.
very, very athletic, strong side guy.
Are you going to go shake Will McClay's hand today and tell him thank you? Thank you, Will McClay?
Wow, I did it every time I see him.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
2009, Kurt just
Oh,
read off.
We don't want to go through that again.
That was
Well, you know what's
cringy.
amazing is Kurt had his boy call in here and try to denounce my boy Zeke.
No, don't go down that road. No.
You know what I heard about Kurt and Zeke this past
that?
weekend?
Oh.
Well,
Yeah, let's tell us, please. I'd love to
let's
hear
tell
this.
us. Zeke posted a little Instagram story. This could be my tell you what for
Right,
today.
okay.
Zeke posted an Instagram story on Friday that said face tat coming soon, which Zeke has lots of tattoos. This should not be surprising, but face tat is bold. That is
Yeah,
a bold
for
statement
that, for
right
real.
there. And I heard that him and Kurt were going to get matching ones. Do you know
Yeah.
what symbol you guys are getting or
Face
phrase?
tat,
Get
yeah.
Is
that
it
Mike Tyson, like from The
feed
Hangover.
Zeke under your
yeah,
eyes?
that's what it's going to be. Boy, I'd look
Wow,
good with face
man.
tat.
You know,
What can I do to make a serious bet where you get some sort of ink?
You'd have to pay me what DeMarcus Lawrence's contract
Oh.
was. You want to pay me $105 million,
Hey,
$65
what,
million?
what
just
band
being
would you
Zeke under
what
this.
band would you put under your arm if you could put what band?
Band?
Yeah, because you
I'm not
like
doing. I'm not
music.
doing tattoos.
I was if you would, what band?
Oh, I don't know. I don't like a band enough to put a tattoo on there. It's just not,
Okay.
I wouldn't do it. I'll
about
put a
you?
How about I put a Cowboy star on there? There you go.
I ain't putting one on me. So.
Did a lot of people?
See, I'm
when
one of
you-
them real. I'm one of them brothers that keep it real. Why would I put a tattoo on my dark skin? So everybody said, "What is that?" And I said, "It's this." And they're like, "Oh, yeah."
They have to look a little further.
Yeah.
You have no tattoos?
No,
I'm
whatsoever.
the only one in here with a tattoo.
Well,
Would you have known that? It's an ankle tat. It's not that
It's
crazy,
good.
y'all.
It's good. It's good that you didn't, because you maybe want to be an FBI agent one day or a CIA agent.
I think it's cool when Olympians get those Olympic circles
Yes.
put on.
That's a very swimmer thought of you.
What did you
Douglas.
do it? Would you do it, Douglas? Would you?
Well, yeah, if I'd ever gone to the Olympics, I'd probably go.
Oh, no. He liked for them to do it, but he has to have it. Come on, man.
I'm going to get that since I didn't go to the Olympics.
But you are American, and you support the Olympians.
I do. I'd get the Constellation Orion.
Wow, that is
The
thought out.
Constellation Orion, just like
it's a cool constellation.
Look freckles on you.
Kent has some good tattoos.
Does he?
Kent Garrison. Yeah.
Oh,
Not
I
to
didn't
put him
know
on
that.
blast, but
He's
he
got
does.
2.
Wow,
Yeah,
where
he does.
are they located?
I don't know. One on his arm, one on his foot.
Cool.
Nice.
Top
Yeah.
of your foot or the bottom?
And his arm one kind of goes with what you're saying. It's all you need is love, right, Kent?
He says yes.
Yeah. So it's a Beatles lyric,
Oh, that's good.
but it's not necessarily the Beatles band title.
When I was
Real
with the-
recognize real.
When I was with the Stars, when they won the Stanley Cup, there was a big push among the employees to get the Stanley Cup
Really?
tattooed on them. Yeah, several of them did, but I didn't win that. I was just there along for the ride, so I didn't do it.
Wow.
I wasn't on the ice. So.
If the Cowboys win the Super Bowl next year, you
We
just
all-
got
we all
these
get Lombardi
wheels
trophies?
turning right on your wrist, right here. Just a little Lombardi.
I'm not the one who was on the field winning it, so I would.
Okay, we do have a caller.
Oh,
Oh,
but
thank
I couldn't.
you.
I couldn't whisper it to you. He has a unique name.
All right.
His name is Braun Lowe, and he's in Bermuda.
Thank you.
Wish we were all in Bermuda.
The Bermuda Triangle?
Hello,
No.
Brunlo.
How are you, Tay?
I'm doing good. Thank
How
you
you
for
doing,
saying my
mate?
name like that. So nice.
Well, we had met before. Last year, I
We
brought my son and I
We came to the Cowboys
Texas
Hour.
Stadium, right? And we were on Cowboys Hour.
Yes, that's right.
And
That's
you
right.
signed my flag.
Thank you. I mean,
And I
I'm
want to
sorry I
thank you
ruined
for
it.
that. And we guys are coming back in October. Not October because it rains too much. Man, we're people from a semi-tropical island. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we had so much rain. I said, man, has it ever stormed ever shine in Texas?
You never
So
know.
we're looking to come in September when the schedule comes open. Now
Okay.
with Jason Witten coming back, right? What does that mean for Rico Gathers? That's my main question because I'm a Rico guy.
You're a Rico guy. Ah.
Yes. What that means for Rico Gathers now, because it appears that Jason is going to probably play one more season, and it's going to push one of his tight ends off the roster. And my feeling is it's going to be Rico because he hasn't developed in a way that in an accelerated way. And I noticed that they were going his way in the red zone in the first couple games of last season, but that kept overthrowing him, and then it never went back to him in the red zone.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering what is Rico's future now that Jason has come back.
He's definitely
for the Cowboys.
He's definitely got to be on the bubble. I mean,
Thank you,
he's
Bummer.
had 3. You know, in generally you think after 3 years you got to see something, and he's had his 3, and he's still a project in many ways. They did lose Jeff Swaim. They picked up another tight end, Cody McElroy, who's kind of a project himself. So if they carry 4, I guess there's a shot. But you got to think they need to see a big jump for him to.
Hey,
stick
Nate.
around.
Yes, sir.
You're still my number one offensive lineman for the Cowboys.
Thank you, sir.
He's our
okay,
number
you
one,
guys
too.
have a great day.
Thank you.
You too, sir. Be good now.
Bye-bye.
Kay Clark loves Bermuda. I'll tell her that someone called from there.
That's awesome. We're international.
We are just so
I
global.
think that question just beat down Nate till he's just had it.
Nate, Rico
This man
Gathers.
spent-
You know where
I
Rico's
hope he
going.
didn't have to spend extra money calling from Bermuda to ask that question.
He's going to be a Patriot. Watch. Rico Gathers will get picked up by the Patriots.
I know that's a scary thought. Or the Falcons. They seem to turn those guys into
Yep, Falcons is a
tight
good one.
ends. How long did it take Tony Gonzalez to have a really impactful season when he came to the team?
By the second year.
Was he with the Chiefs first? Yeah.
Yeah, by the second year.
By the
Look at
second
his
year,
yeah.
he was legit.
Yeah.
But they
and
didn't have Jason Witten on the roster.
1,000% true.
Yeah.
But I felt like last year Rico Gathers.
That should have
had
been
it.
in his case an
His
advantage.
third year was his first All-Pro and Pro
So
Bowl
that
season.
would have been Rico's last year. Mm-hmm. And the second year, they kind of put him on IR all year, basically.
Yeah, basically on IR. First year he was practice squad. He was right out of basketball.
What
so.
was Gonzalez? He was a first round pick, wasn't he?
Gonzalez, first 13th overall.
Whew. Going in the Hall of Fame this year.
That's a different animal there altogether.
I was just trying to compare of hoops.
Basketball, yeah, I understand. Well, Gates, even Antonio Gates was nice. He was
right
a
away.
hoopster coming out,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the question might not, because athletically, there's no question Gather's a good athlete, but I don't know if he's
Sometimes
just in it for the football, if he's really,
it doesn't translate all the time. People want to say that. It's just like you can't just automatically plug and play someone because they're an athlete.
Right.
That's true.
And I think a lot of times what we saw, and this is no knock on him, this is just what he's used to in his development as an athlete. Rico struggled more with some of those hands kind of, because he would have those opportunities and then you'd see some drops or different things like that. And that comes from not being trained up football.
Yeah, I tell you here, I'm sorry it didn't work,
But they tried.
Yeah, they gave him 3 years, and I'm sorry it didn't work, because this should be a nice year here, man. This should be a nice year for those guys. And you see everybody out there, I don't know if it's still unofficial, but unofficially it's a bunch of guys doing what they need to do to get better this year.
Cowboys win.
Workouts, yeah.
This is a heavy question with 5 minutes left. But did the Cowboys just win the NFC East in free agency? By making your deal get done with D-Law. They got Georgia Loca. We haven't even brought his name up this show. Safety. You got Randall Cobb. You just said literally that whole list of names that make it a plethora. So in the NFC East, you're looking at what the Cowboys did compared.
I think we should be the top-rated team in the NFC East without a doubt. Because what we've done, we don't need a quarterback. We don't need a running back. Our offensive line is supposedly, if Frederick keep progressing as he is, we got the best offensive line. Right now, we sit. Look at the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Giants, they rebuilding.
Yeah, they picked up some guy, Golden Tate, Marcus Golden, but they got rid of two studs and Olivia Vernon and Beckham. So.
They still rebuilding. They rebuilding. They ain't got no defense now. They don't have no defense. Who they gonna stop? They couldn't stop a wet rag.
They're the ones who are helping Dak this year.
Thank you.
The Giants are the ones who are like, hey, we'll help Dak over here.
But,
now the
Eagles,
Redskins lost their quarterback.
Yeah, well, they picked up Case Keenum for now.
Yeah, okay. That's all they did was picked him up.
Yeah.
He can't play.
The
Eagles.
you were going to let that one go under the radar.
Eagles acquired that Jordan Howard, from the running back from Chicago.
They
got Vinny,
nice guy,
Vinny
nice
Curry,
big back.
defensive end, Andrew Sendejo, that safety.
Nice guys,
Halati
Nagata. We gonna get after their quarterback, and guess who they don't have? Yeah, we finna get after their young tender quarterback. Guess who they don't have to put in there?
I don't know. I think they'll be all right with what's his head instead of.
He's
Foles.
a bad man. Their quarterback is a bad man.
Yeah,
but he has that thing called, "Can I make it through the season?"
That's true. He's got to stay healthy.
He's a bad man.
I'm not a doctor, but that would be a good diagnosis.
Yeah.
You are Dr. Bearclough today.
Dr.
Can't make it through the
Bearclough.
season.
Carson Wentz, who we're talking about there. Sorry.
Yeah.
They know who we're talking about. Forget the Eagles, man.
That's what I think sometimes is that Jason Witten, after he had his tour with ESPN last year, going around seeing every team play on Monday Night Football, and he was like, hey, I'm liking what I'm seeing. If I come back to the Cowboys, this is a good setup right here. And Nate Newton will call it a plethora. Of
good
goodness.
Is 10 wins a disappointment then? Is that not enough?
As long as it wins us the East.
So as long as 10 wins and a division title.
Yeah, we win the East. I'm with it.
Yeah,
but
when
we
and Nate are wearing our hats.
We should win the East
Tattoos.
and have a first round bye.
Necktie.
We should have like 11 wins.
Yeah, with this team?
Yes.
Should be better than last year.
Yes. I just believe it. I mean, if we do 9 wins, I'm going to be disappointed. I don't care. Come on now.
Yeah, that'd be.
Come on,
that'd be bad.
Come on now.
Come on now.
We're talking some big changes in.
Yeah, we talking about me and your hair gonna fall out. All right. Yeah.
Well, we did it, guys. We did the show without Shannon. He'll be back. He'll be back. Don't worry. But
yep.
We had a very sunny and bright show. You and Kurt kept it civilized.
You did a little bit of yelling on Shannon's behalf.
Yeah. Hanging with the boys.
Wow.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Douglas, Kent, Presley, all of the people that Shannon is so gracious to thank, and Kay Clark for being a solid listener always. All right. Later, y'all.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?